Time for a game of Valorant. Tighten those running shoes, everyone, because the Gekko meta's here and you need to hurry and start locking this agent. With Sky's pets getting neutered, Gekko and his crew of creatures have evolved into superstars. Each of his buddies are rocking Valorant in their own unique way, bringing out busted strats to play this game that no one thought were ever possible. I mean, come on, look at them. Which starter do you pick? But don't let their looks deceive you. Nobody is safe from these ravenous beasts, not even your favorite pros. Okay, but seriously, what has Gekko been feeding these guys? Huh? What's this? Factor 75. Healthy eating, made easy. That's how you got so big and strong. Guys, if you want to start smurfing in your games, you need to cut the junk food and take your health seriously. That's what your favorite pros are doing. And Factor 75's no-hassle prepared foods make sure you always have something nutritious on hand when you don't have time to think about making lunch or dinner. Grab a prepared smoothie or keto shake for a quick snack, or heat and eat a chef-quality meal in just 2 minutes with no prep or cleanup necessary, so you can stay focused on what you love to do, farming elo. Why order fast food that has been scientifically proven to worsen your gameplay when Factor makes it possible for you to hit your daily goals through nutritious and purposeful eating? And I love how easy and customizable their meal options are. With over 27 choices, there's something for everyone. And with VCT slamming me with a million different games I have to cover, finding time to cook has been impossible. So get 50% off your first Factor box and free wellness shots for life using my link. That means you can choose 2 free wellness shots from 3 available flavors for every order while you're an active subscriber. Just click the link in the description or scan the QR code with your phone. And every subscription helps this channel. You get good food and support me at the same time. And for 50% off, Wingman, tell him. Woohoo! Thank God Sky is dead. Because she used to have so many flashes in a round, teams never felt the need to run anyone else alongside her, as she provided literally endless amounts of information. But because this suffocating weed is now gone, new life has sprouted in the meta, meaning a lot of Gekko. Each of his buddies unlock new ways to manipulate the map like you've never seen. In this pistol, 100 thieves are starting in a... Gekko? Are you good, man? Oh, I see. Okay, instead of starting 3 on site, Gekko's just waiting in spawn, ready to pivot quick to wherever the offense decide to pressure. And Leviathan are all mashing it up short.
This is the interesting one too. You're seeing Cryocells playing the Brimstone on top of that, but the execution comes in for Leviathan to start things off on the short A side. Cryo trying to smoke another one and falls back within the site, hit by a flash, and Aspas gets that first blood, but Gusio's there for the support in the back.
Dizzy, the flash bubble Pokemon. When thrown, Dizzy coops its prey upon sight, blinding them for a short duration. Because she's easy to shoot, her natural allies are guiding lights and harbor mains.
Instead of pinching sight through showers like most teams do, Lev decided to send everyone into lamps and not wrap truck, but have Dizzy fly over truck alongside one of Sky's birds. This combo is a nightmare to deal with, as no matter what you do, you're going to get hit by one of these 2 flashes. Either dodge the bird and get hit by Dizzy, or shoot Dizzy and get blinded by the bird. Lev abused this combo to find the opener on Cryo, but immediately got traded, deterring the offense from pushing any further. This mid-sight smoke made the attackers feel uncomfortable to pinch and break up this strong crossfire. I mean, pushing through a brim smoke, or this narrow choke point, is just too risky. Plus, the defense are all already here. Well, Viper's here, but in spirit. She put her hand in the air like she just doesn't care, and has launched a snakebite all the way from B site to land on default. She poisoned Wingman and stopped the plant. Had this Molly not come in, Lev would have gotten the plant off with this over-the-truck flash combo. So Aspas quickly scoops up the spike and comes up with a plan B.
Come on, Gekko, we have to go. It's too late.
No, I can't leave Wingman. Look what they did to him.
Bro, just teleport. 100 thieves are all here, and we don't have any more utility.
Plus, you'll get him back next round.
Oh yeah.
Lev take the teleporter and Calm heals Aspas back to full. Now Bang was able to stall the plant on A. Can he do it again?
Is a wall right now, no Molly, so has to play the off angle for the back. Works out for that first pick, and delays enough for the rotate from Asuna, but Tex is there.
Fueled with rage, Tex gets 2 kills, avenging his fallen comrades. He only needs 4 more points for Thrash. And the last 2 defenders have low HP. There's a chance he farms. Now Lev know that Fate is low because of this earlier scuffle in showers, and Boostio took some damage too, trying to defend off this backside push. So after planning, the offense proceeded to elbow. They want to take the fight to the attackers before they can use their wingman to defuse, turning this into a 3-on-2.
Known for these lurks, known for the backstab, the headshot onto Boostio. Ex-teammate down, EU alone. 1v2, the first tap denied by Bomb with another sharp headshot, and Leviathan strikes first.
He did the monster mash.
LEV converted the anti-eco, and 100 Thieves won their first full buy with some nasty shots. But there was a long tech pause in between. Dude, how did you can't download emulators on these PCs. How'd you even do that?
I just wanted to be a Pokemon master too.
Within the past couple rounds, Tex has racked up enough points to earn himself his Thrash. With her, the offense are bolting down short, but with a different Gekko combo than we saw previously. And the defense better be ready, because in their 3-2 setup, Cryo doesn't stand a chance. But he's giving it a shot. The round starts with him smoking deep short, allowing him to hold in front of these Viper lurk smokes. The attackers move up close, and Gekko looks to the sky to line up his friend.
Dizzy and be able to get it back or throw out a mosh pit.
Mosh lineup actually here to start things off in the back. So this is great, adding that pressure towards the front. Like a Crowler right back.
Oh, so close.
Flash too, so that time he could have blown to pieces. Wow. But thankfully it's open and the Thrash.
Mosh Pit, the big-ass Molly Pokemon. Upon landing, Mosh spreads, infecting a large radius with its toxic green goop. After a few seconds, it detonates, consuming anything trapped inside its pool. Because of its large stature, it makes a suitable trap tool.
Cryo did a phenomenal job at getting out of this trap set up by LEV. When lined up like this, Mosh not only clears out behind truck, but also traps anyone inside lamps if they don't clear out fast enough. You either run through this molly, risking your life, or you take shelter inside lamps and you die to Thrash. But Cryo barely got out by the skin of his teeth. These potent mollies left nowhere safe to play on site, forcing 100 Thieves to start their retake all the way back in spawn. In the meantime, Wingman plants, Tex picks up all of his little buddies, and King has Rapture late in case any defenders decided to take refuge in here. Now 100 Thieves finally start the retake by laying down a Brim Smoke to help them leak out into backside. EU's first Prowler gets shot. LEV don't want to break up this backside crossfire, but Aspes gets seized, and Prowler again. The defense know he's here.
Aspes got hit. At least one of the Prowlers, but still gets the Asuna back run out. Trying to go for a temper trade out from the heaven side, but he still stays alive, and this is looking grim here for 100 Thieves for the comeback. Cobb once again, that's super late watching that flank. EU now the last player standing.
Why didn't 100 Thieves? Okay, now Fade's Prowlers aren't as good as Sova's Drone or Sky's Dog, who tell you exactly who's where, but you can still tell where this thing is latching onto, which is why these spooky cats pair so well with abilities you can aim, like Omen's Paranoia, Breach Fault Lines, ISO Undercuts, or in this case, Bullet Spam. Maybe 100 Thieves were distracted by Gekko's cute pets. Well, actually no, he was flanking, meaning they didn't have a flash to get out of this smoke. And that makes this second cat their last opportunity to break up this crossfire and get out from pipes. So, EU is forced to save. LEV are shifting gears and are taking things slow this time. They're playing far back behind the buy barriers, expecting something quick and aggressive. But I wonder why. 100 Thieves are one off their showstopper, so they're not pushing up, but are instead prioritizing this orb in their 2-3 spread. They make the first move by smoking shower, haunting deep, grabbing this point, and backing out pretty seamlessly. Now LEV want to hit A, but don't feel comfortable doing so since they haven't shown a drop of pressure over towards B. Odds are there's going to be 3 on A since there hasn't been a reason to drag someone away yet with Gekko and Viper posted on these lines. So Common King make their way through market, contact up B short, and 100 Thieves Poison Orb blooms. Because Cryo just jump spotted short and didn't see anyone, a B hit's likely. So Asuna starts to shift over as a shower's exec just wouldn't make sense. LEV elect to wait for Viper to run out of fuel, and once the smoke drops, Common lets his hound loose through hookah, with King right behind to take pot shots, and are hoping that this is enough pressure to have a third defender rotate over and make their A execute easier. But this hasn't worked at all. Asuna is actually leaving, because as this dog came out, Boostio got suspicious and lobbed Dizzy high above long, not tagging a single person. 100 Thieves know that LEV are just putting on a show because of this flash. So at the same time, both the defense and offense slowly shift back towards short, and once the whole gang's here, the attackers get ready, aim, and fire.
Seconds, and 100 Thieves still have regular holes on the sights as it's going to be the hit from Leviathan again up short A.
There's a showstopper on both ends. Big flash coming out. Everybody's blinded, but we have an instant trade in the back of the site. Plant denied. Good spray coming through as he was trying to get done behind a cascade. Only 10 seconds left. Nightfall out too. Spike now has to get picked up. Hit by a seize as Cryle's getting that pick onto Com. Now a couple are hit here by that. Ping is out and takes lights up too, but there's no time left. 100 Thieves will get the round.
And here's where we witness one of Thrash's greatest allies, Goth girls. Because of this trade that EU got back sight, he was able to combo his Nightfall with Thrash so that none of LEV could hear this big girl coming. Then combined with the C's to make sure the attackers couldn't escape, and no pressure coming from showers, this plant became doomed. But the showers thing really wasn't the issue, especially with a rocket launcher clearing the air. LEV's game plan is to use their cove to provide cover for the planter to get the spike down, meaning you don't really need pressure coming from shower. I mean, maybe late in the round, in case it does get spammed, like we've seen before. But there was one issue as to why this execute fell apart. Cryo murdered Wingman in cold blood, and Mazzino was his accomplice. Onto this initial execute, nothing was protecting this little guy. Harbor normally makes a great agent to pair with Gekko, but he forgot to deploy his cove, so he got spammed through this smoke. Had the spike got planted, this late showers wrap would have been way stronger, and LEV would have had a chance.
And we would have gotten away with it too, if it wasn't for you meddling YouTuber.
Armed with an orbital strike stratagem this round, 100 Thieves are setting up an early trap in their 3-2 formation, where Fate is going to jump spot over this box, wait for someone to peek, seize, and Brimstone is going to fry them. But after a few rounds of structured A hits, LEV are focusing their attention over towards B in their early 3-2 default. Both teams start slow, with King lining up a poison orb for short, and the long player scaling up behind this Dizzy that scans any peekers, and a cascade to help them cross from any players on site. Behind his boombot, Aspas grabs his ult orb, while the defense smokes in front of these Viper smokes, canceling them out. But after not seeing anything short, and the Prowler not tagging anyone showers, Cryo starts shifting towards B, expecting the offense to head that way next. And they'd be right, but LEV might be able to convince Brimstone not to be so hasty. Viper puts up her lurk smokes, Sky's dog gallops between them, and if you turn back to round 2, King conquered lamps with this same wolf. So to the defense, it looks like someone made it in. But Austin on EU quickly peek, extinguishing these worries, anchoring this 3-stack towards B. LEV don't know it, but this extra pressure was for nothing. They scale everyone into long, and with Harbor's Reckoning, the offense should be able to muscle their way through.
Cryle's first orbital strike maybe on that Brimstone.
There's Molly at the entrance, but 2 players slip through. Dizzy being thrown towards the air. Busio trying to stay alive. Support coming out. Big flash though as Bang gets picked off. Last boss with the third within the round. Attempt for denies, but Leviathan did such a great job entering towards the site.
I'm sorry, but even if you had 100 players here, you're not defending this site. Now, despite being nerfed, LEV are running Sky because her birds are great natural allies to Dizzy. Similar to how you flash for Reyna's Leer to create an undodgeable super flash, you can combine Sky's bird with Dizzy so that it's guaranteed to not get shot immediately and get goop off. Sky flashed first, then Dizzy went out, then another bird went out, all while Harbor's ultimate is going whoosh, sploosh, splash. I mean, how do you deal with this all? If only there was a solution, a way to combat this absolute util dump of a comp. 100 Thieves are put in a 4 versus 2 and decide to save. Our 100 Thieves take a timeout to reevaluate their life choices.
Coach, what should we do? Their Pokemon are just too strong. We can't beat them.
I know what can beat Pokemon. Behold.
What?
100 Thieves tried gamble stacking on the Rico, but LEV dodged it. Now this round, this is the first time LEV are starting B and plowing through hookah instead of long, meaning a brand new execute. And unlucky for the defense, they have an op bait set up on long, while these 3 defend A. The offense starts the round quietly by walking up towards hookah, and Sky uses her Trailblazer to clear out the space, while Boostio opts through his peephole on long. The defense sees the smoke, thinks long is smoked off, but end up dry peeking into an op. But like we've seen on every other execute, one person is lurking up long late to pinch the space with the rest of the exec. The offense have made the rain of hookah and are ready to strike.
Even the Seekers on top. Huge explosion in towards that B side. You have to give it up now. Meanwhile, the TP's forced out, so the Yacht cannot support anything at all towards this B area.
There is no way 100 Thieves can play on site against this comp. Sky popped her Seekers, Harbor's Cascade and Cove gave them safe passage out of this drop, Sky's Bird popped past the Cascade, resonated back sight, popped a showstopper, Mosh cleared glass, this Viper Molly cleared top and inside of tube. But the coolest part of this hit was this Dizzy and Cascade interaction. The wall of water allowed Dizzy to fly out safely, first scanning everything in front, and then the wall stopped, a bit early here, but then Dizzy goes through the wall, scanning anyone behind it. Then with Wingman planting the spike, there is no way 100 Thieves can play here. What's the solution? What can they possibly do about this? But they do have a lot of utility for the retake. But LEV know this, and are ready to take more space.
Now through the high tide. Bang was able to turn away, but instantly 2 players ran through it. Mazzino was able to pick him off. Now Asuna has to go for the hero play. No utility to help him out. Has to try to line up 2 players on a high-low. 1 crouch. Gets that first one to calm. Beautifully done on those fundamentals now for Leviathan. 100 Thieves trying to fight back out towards the spawn. Pushing out from both angles. It's all up to EU. 1 versus 2. Low HP at 11. And he's going to decide to live to fight another day. Offensive in the next round now for the Thieves.
Oh, that was close.
100 Thieves don't know it, but LEV have spoiled the counter to their util dump comp. The reason why LEV pushed up like this is because they know 100 Thieves have a lot of utility for the retake, and nobody was on site. So in order to counter a lot of utility, you need to make unexpected and aggressive plays to disrupt these retakes. Every single duel on this retake was initiated by LEV either flashing through a wall, standing in unexpected off angles, and without flashes, 100 Thieves retake never came to fruition. They couldn't get out. So, if 100 Thieves want to beat this horde of utility, they have to get aggressive. Now, I think 100 Thieves have started to figure it out. On the Rico, they quadruple push down long, grabbed an orb for Raze, then pushed into Hookah, trying to catch LEV while they were setting up for their execute.
But Teets, they're playing defense. They need to defend the site. Why are you pushing up? You're just feeding the enemy team free kills.
Well, by doing this, you disrupt a team's game plan and prevent them from bombarding site with endless amounts of utility. You can't just play back against a comp like this. Then in future rounds, the offense will commit more utility to make sure you're not pushing up, making their site hits weaker. Now rewind back to round 5. This is why LEV are expecting something aggressive, because it's what counters their comp. Make sense? So Boostio hit some nasty shots on these aggressive and unexpected pushes, winning 100 Thieves a vital thrifty. But I really want to see these types of plays on their buy rounds. Well, maybe not this one. With Viper's pit online, they should be able to bunker down and weather the storm. Their fortified setup immediately starts with Bang jumping into Garden, spreading his ult in a suspicious shape, and clogging up this entire lane. Now, normally, a big stink cloud like this should deter the offense away, as it's so long and narrow that by the time you're at the end of it, you're decayed down to 1 HP. But like a moth to a flame, the offense are attracted to this thing. LEV recognized that with ultimates like this, the defense are more than likely to only have 2 here, since these pits are that strong. But as the rest of the offense advanced towards Hookah, Gekko and his friends might have enough gusto to force this Viper out.
Game's coming in right now because you have a Thrash available to go in and push out Bang away from the pit, and Lucio's doing the same thing from the back of the B site. Now repositioning towards the left side to get these first 2 kills, and then even onto Akbaz, Dizzy towards the air, the battle down towards Sands, and Tex instantly is the last player remaining now for Leviathan.
Wingman, the cute drone Pokemon. When sent out, Wingman sprints forward, bouncing off walls and scanning the area for prey. Upon detecting a target, Wingman leaps up and releases a stun attack, dazing the enemy, making them an easy target. It is also efficient for clearing smokes or any tight corridors. He also really likes bombs.
Because LEV had Thrash online, they felt that if Tex combined Wingman alongside this pink shark, Viper would be forced out of the pit, exposing herself to everyone coming out of Hookah. But the attackers undervalued one major part of every single execute we've seen thus far: Dizzy. Skye was just too busy using her dog to clear Hookah, and Gekko was busy with Thrash, so nothing moved Boostio's crosshair off this angle. The entire offense ended up plunging straight into a meat grinder of a setup, which proves why Viper's pit is just so strong, but also just how vital flashes are to this util dump comp. With her newfound winning condition, 100 Thieves are bringing this game back. They're showstoppers online, and they've rearranged their setup. But before, Gekko would play B so that he could play a weaker, yet similar role to Skye, where he can constantly grab information on long. But now, Team Rocket's taken his place, ready to blast off again outside of Hookah as the offense punches it up short. As soon as the round starts, Asuna boombots, activates his ult, and the offense don't see anything. Assuming that this ticking time bomb is B, they advance up A in return.
Gonna press Leviathan to work towards U-Haul.
This is pretty aggro. They've got the space. Can they hold it?
Nightfall already out, pushing out for it. All the shots didn't connect. Thought they hit.
Oh my gosh.
Denied. But at least the Thrash is there. Free kills coming up. Boostio getting the off kill onto Calm. Trying to find control space towards the back of the site. The dink with the shorty. Asta with the support. Trying to spray through the triple and misses. But unfortunately, it's a snake fight from King. That drops Boostio. Here's the rest of 100 Thieves. Boss alone.
Thrash, the legendary ultimate Pokemon. When unleashed, Thrash slithers at its targets with supersonic speed, ready to pounce and detain them with its electromagnetic pulse. Anyone unfortunate enough to get caught in the blast becomes easy prey.
Because Asuna was running out of hookah and flanking at the speed of a crazy person, LEV knew that they had to take space up short to avoid getting crunched. So they swung back sight with their flash, high tide, and eventual nade. But this reaction forced them into a pickle, because at the start of the round, Boostio's op was set up with this haunt, which allowed him to comfortably hold showers. And because LEV never sent a player up these extremities until late, he was able to combo his Thrash with his favorite Goth girl, again, getting 3 tags. But the dude bought an op and replaced his classic for a shorty in case he had to take some close range duels. Replace this sniper for a rifle, and this round is over. But with Asuna's flank hot on the attacker's trail, Aspas is left in a 2 versus 1.
Knows that one player's towards the back of short A. The Gekko with the headshot. The second one denied by Bay.
On the last round of the half, Team Rocket struck again, with Aspas finding 2 in lamps,
In Leviathan. Showstopper screen out of space and somehow.
and with King laying out his Viper's Pit. 100 Thieves weren't going to retake, especially with an op. But Lev's defensive pistol shred on the second half was really nice. The round starts with Sky instantly flashing through the teleporter to check if any attackers are outside of hookah. Unfortunately, there weren't any, but if there were, Dizzy would fly high in the sky like this, accompanied by a double swing. Usually, Skies are standing near the choke, ready to pop flash and swing as the attackers scale up. But when it comes to the teleporter, the offense's guard is going to be lowered, not expecting to be flashed through this chimney, and swung by a sheriff, especially when delayed like this. But because this bird didn't tag anyone, all 3 of these players walked down and did this.
Leviathan's going for the aggression, and they are. There's that first shot from Aspas, and the game leader from 100 Thieves falls.
They end up winning the round, but I really wanted to show you guys just how you counter a util heavy comp like this. We kinda saw it earlier, but this is how you do it. 100 Thieves have their backs against the wall on match point and have a big B execute planned in their initial 3-1-1 spread. And LEV are planning on helping their Viper get set up in her pit on short before rotating over to form a 3-stack on B. King spreads his pit, Mizuno walls across B short and blocks attackers from rushing down his Viper. In return, 100 Thieves flash across long and Calm jump spots, spotting the attackers. Aspas sprints through spawn, ready to defend, but Calm needs to buy him more time. So he backs off, releases his Trailblazer, leaping through the smoke, and now as 100 Thieves line up a mosh pit to cover the entire outside and inside of Tube, Aspas is finally here.
Dawson on the front.
The flash through the wall, and there's the first contact. People are getting caught with Util, and Anna are setting up to hit the site. All denied, leaving Bang alone.
And that's how you counter this comp. 100 Thieves were so focused on setting up their bombardment of utility that no one was ready to fight. LEV win this battle. But are LEV copycats? Because Loud started running this Gekko comp ages ago before he was cool. Don't believe me? Check out this video here.